What is the truth worth to you? What are you willing to sacrifice for the truth? Your health? Your marriage? The truth comes at a high cost. It could even cost you your life. The cost depends, though, on how close you're willing to look. It wasn't until now that I learned the most important lesson. Sometimes the truth is right in front of you. The thing is, you just can't always see it.
Before we release you for the evening, one last thing. It's not easy. Not everyone can do it. It requires a skill and awareness that you may never possess.
What he means to say is that if you set your minds to it, you actually can have an ego as big as his. That was quite the speech.
Too much?
Maybe try not to kill all their hopes and dreams next time.
Whatever.
Oh, did I offend you? Oh, it's okay. You're great. Hey, tell you what. Drinks are on me tonight. Will that make you feel any better?
It couldn't hurt. Hey, do you want to stop by St. John's beforehand?
Sure. Might as well. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Carter, my office.
Well, nice knowing you.
Hey, you. How was your day?
It's pretty good. I got some news.
Yeah.
I was offered a promotion.
A promotion?
No, nothing's set in stone, but it seems like I might be the director of the bureau after Conroy retires.
That's great,
Yeah.
honey.
Yeah. And if this happens, I was thinking that after the first paycheck, we actually sit down and we start talking about Rome. We've always wanted to, and we could do it right. We could stay in fancy hotels, and we could, drink some fancy Italian wine, and, the whole nine.
Oh, I like the way you think, Director Carter.
Yeah. Well, hey, tomorrow night we should definitely open up one of those bottles of champagne that your mother got for us.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Why not?
The doctor said I shouldn't. Remember?
Right. Yeah. Sorry. I'm trying to tempt you just because I got the memory of a goldfish.
I love you.
Yeah. I love you.
Oh, by the way, your dad tried to call again today. I think he left a message for you.
You have one unheard message.
Hey, Brian. I'm in town in a few weeks. I was wondering if you...
Man, this place hasn't changed in almost 20 years. Kind of like us.
Where do you think it would be if he was still here?
I don't know. I thought I'd be in the FBI. Do you?
Probably not.
Man, I miss his humor. He always knew how to make us laugh. Bah! Come on, he wouldn't want us to waddle like this. Tommy was a man of the present, not the past. Another round.
Why don't you finish that one first?
All right, I will. Okay. You gonna get your popcorn?
You can have it. You go ahead. Help yourself.
Agent Matthews. Welcome, young man. Glad you came. I've heard good things about you.
John. Who is that? I don't know.
Carter, Collins. Is Will Matthews? He's transferring here from the New York Bureau. He's going to be part of your team.
Good to meet you. New York, huh? You know, it's been about a year since they've been in the Big Apple. Hey, which part did you used to work in?
Ladies, you can paint each other's nails another time. I'd like to talk with you in my office.
A nice grip.
Whiskey, please. Another.
I'm very sorry.
Another, please.
Adoption is always an option.
Get one. Another, please.
It's not your fault.
Sure it isn't.
You get stood up? Hey, it's okay, man. I know how it goes.
Mind your own damn business.
I'm just trying to have a friendly conversation, buddy.
Well, I don't want to hear it, right? Another, please.
No, I guess I see why she stood you up.
Hey, if you're gonna do that, you can
What the hell, man? Just trying to have a drink.
Hey, where are you off to in such a hurry?
I'm off early tonight. Gonna surprise Michelle. Michelle! I'm home!
Where were you last night? You didn't come to bed?
Sorry. Worked late. Alright.
Agent Collins. Thank you. There's a body.
Leonard Killian, age 44, strangled to death.
Cash missing?
It's right here.
So not a mugging gone wrong.
Found him.
Garbage man. Doing his usual Tuesday rounds, found this poor bastard behind the dumpster.
Joe. Blunt force trauma.
Probably struck first by surprise, then choked after.
Alright, so the victim was hit in the back of the head, strangled, and then left behind the dumpster for the garbage man to find him the next day.
Not necessarily. Phil there only picks up the trash here once a week, and this alleyway is hardly used. It's possible the victim's been here for a few days.
Yeah, well, I guess we won't know that for sure until after the autopsy.
What's a higher class man like Leonard doing in a part of town like this?
Maybe he was brought here.
Brought here?
Maybe this isn't the crime scene. It's possible he was murdered elsewhere.
What are you saying exactly?
Look, this isn't the result of simply a wrong place, wrong time. There's not even an attempt to cover it up. Nothing stolen?
Not quite. His watch is missing.
What watch?
Look.
Misplaced it.
Doubtful. Judging by his wardrobe, probably expensive.
He wasn't killed for a watch.
I didn't say he was.
Then why was he killed?
Don't know yet. But whatever the reason, it's pretty clear that it was personal. You don't strangle somebody unless it's personal.
Still, though, it's not even an attempt to cover it up. Come on, would have been easy.
Well, maybe it's just all too neat.
Tommy!
Hopefully the autopsy will show us more.
Hey. Brian. You alright?
Yeah, let's call up some family, friends, co-workers, learn as much as we can, all right?
The last thing he said to me was that he was going out drinking with the boys, like usual. But then 2 days later,
Do you know where they went?
always the Anchor Bar on Dakota Avenue.
That's miles from where he was found.
Mrs. Killian, is there anything more you could tell us?
No, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your husband?
No. He was the kindest, sweetest man.
Thank you for your time. She's lying.
Lying about what?
That last part. She was shifting her body. She was rubbing her wrist. Hey, she's hiding something.
Brian, she's traumatized.
Killian never made it to the bar. He was supposed to meet up with him at 9, but he never showed.
Well, you were right about it being a few days ago.
What happened? Was he intercepted en route?
Must have.
Well, what do we do now? Go home. Let it rest for the night. Come back tomorrow.
Sir, if it's all the same to you...
If it's all the same to you. It's not a request. Am I understood?
Perfectly, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Is he always like that?
Only when I'm here.
Joe.
Yeah, what's up?
Hold on a second.
What you got here?
I found it. Stabbed into Killian's chest. Look familiar?
Well, yeah, it's our school pin. We all had one.
And where else you seen a pin like this before?
Brian, come on.
It's connected, Joe.
Or it's a coincidence like every other connection we found. It's just a pin. We all had one.
Yeah, except Tommy. Remember? Tommy refused to wear one as a non-verbal protest against
The establishment. Yeah, I remember now, but that doesn't mean it's connected.
You want justice for Tommy, don't you?
Of course I do. But I'm not going to torture myself again without concrete evidence. And you shouldn't either.
Everything all right?
Yeah, we're fine. Night.
Brian? I'm parked this way.
Yeah.
What's that?
What?
Bag in your hand.
Nothing. It's left with the lunch that my wife made for me. What do you got there?
Just some witness statements I was gonna go over tonight.
Yeah? What else are you looking to find there?
Don't know. Didn't have any plans tonight, so thought I might as well keep at it, right?
Were you this way in New York, too?
City that never sleeps. Doesn't even begin to describe it. This is how I kept my sanity.
That way you left?
No, didn't make the decision any harder, though. How about you? You ever been?
Oh, a couple times. My mother-in-law lives out on Long Island. We were always able to avoid the disruption.
Lucky you. Well, that's my car. You need a lift to yours?
Nah, I'm just a little further up. Thanks.
No sweat.
What exactly is your interest in this case?
No, I could ask you the same thing.
Look, Agent Matthews.
Just Will.
Will. You're a nice guy, but if you're going to be a part of this team, you're going to need to learn to trust in what we do. I don't know how they did things in New York.
Look, Brian, I was just making conversation. I didn't mean anything by it. I guess you could say I'm not really good at meeting people. I typically do things my own way. But since I'm working on a more personal team, you know, let's start over, right? Hi, I'm William Matthews, but you can call me Will.
Brian Carter. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, Brian.
All right, till tomorrow.
Have a good night, Brian Carter. Oh, Brian.
Yeah, Will.
Trust works both ways.
Night. Wait, why would he do that?
If these numbers are correct, he was saving thousands.
By screwing over his partner.
Exactly. If he found out that all...
It can't be that simple.
Well, oftentimes the simplest answer is the correct one. Bring him in.
I know it looks bad, but I can explain.
By all means, explain why you murdered your friend in cold blood.
I didn't do it. I have an alibi.
Yes. With your friends at the Anchor Bar. But they all say that you left hours early, which you failed to mention in the statement that you gave us. Why did you leave then?
It's, personal.
Oh, yes. Murder has a way of being very personal.
I was having stomach problems.
Stomach problems?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
That's my cue.
Wow. Hey, Brian, this guy's saying he killed his friend because of stomach problems.
Wait, really?
What?
Man, I've heard people killed for a lot less. Hunger, lack of sleep, long lines.
Long lines.
I had food poisoning. I was stuck at home for 2 days. Ask my wife.
Well, we will. First, we're going to get to the bottom of this.
We need to talk. Now.
What the hell? Hey, we almost had him.
He didn't do it.
What are you talking about?
There's another body. We just got the call.
And?
Yes. It's connected.
Same as before. Blunt force trauma and signs of strangulation.
Wallet? Watch is still there. Tie's missing, though.
How do you know?
Shirt's buttoned up the whole way. You don't button up your shirt the whole way unless you're wearing a tie. Why take the tie, though?
Maybe it fell off?
Olson, a tight piece of clothing around your neck that doesn't tend to fall off unnoticed.
So no sign of a struggle? No blood? This isn't where he was killed.
Witness found him here this morning, said no one's ever around here.
Perfect place to hide a body.
There's blood.
Blood? Where?
The knuckles.
I didn't see any.
Then you weren't looking closely.
You think it's the killers?
Worth a blood test.
But I'm telling you, sir, it's connected.
What you are suggesting is not that simple. Serial killer.
Same method of death without taking anything of value.
It takes 3 before it can be officially labeled as serial killing.
Exactly. And that's why we need to catch him before he finds a third.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but the moment we start investigating this as serial killings, everything changes. I mean, who knows where the media may try and run with this? So let's just hold back a little till we find the third body.
You're assuming we will find a third body. And what about the pins? Isn't that evidence enough to at least run with the theory?
There was no pin on the first body.
Yes, there was, sir. You see,
I took the pin, sir. I noticed it there on Killing's body, and I figured I could make some sense of it. I mean, it was exactly the same pin that I had in high school.
You took evidence from the crime scene.
Just borrowed, technically, with every intention to bring it back.
Yeah, well, I should fire you for pulling that stunt, Collins. You bring that pin back in here tomorrow, understood?
Yes, sir.
Good. Dismissed.
what were you thinking?
I could ask you the same thing after you took the pin.
I was thinking about Tommy.
And I was thinking of you. You can't afford to be on his bad side right now, not with the promotion and the balance.
Thanks, huh? But you didn't need to do that.
Oh, come on, Brian. Please. Come on, I live for this. Seriously, though, for my sake, bring it back tomorrow.
Yeah, I will. I will.
Anyways, I'm going to go see about contacting Hamilton's next of kin. Maybe see if he was connected to killing it at all.
Is this what you do? Lie for each other.
What are you talking about?
Save it. I know you took the pin. What I want to know is why. Do you recognize it?
It's our old school pin.
Yeah. You and Joe went to Eastman.
Class of 58.
58, huh? Wasn't a student in that class murdered?
And how do you know about that?
Made the paper. My dad showed me.
The local paper? You're from here, aren't you? Any reason you failed to mention that?
Never came up. Any reason you concealed evidence? You lectured me about trust, Brian.
Come on, Brian, live a little bit.
I ain't drinking anything unless I pour it myself.
What's the worst that could happen?
Do you guys want to make it to New York in one piece or not?
What do you mean by that?
I mean that if I drink, I'll be so hungover tomorrow that you won't have a driver.
Don't worry about it. Tommy's got us if you're not feeling up to it.
Oh yeah, because that went so well last time. To the Bandits, the greatest band in rock and roll history.
I'll drink to that. Darcy, hey! How are you?
Fine. What are you guys up to?
Just talking. Do you want a drink?
Sure.
So did Mr. Andrews ever find out what you did?
Yeah, you should have seen his face. It was so red. He looked like there was steam about to come out of his ears.
Best senior prank ever.
Oh man, I wish I'd been there to see that. Hey Tommy, where are you going?
I gotta take calls.
I was thinking about movies, and you, I know you do something.
Jesus, Joe, how much alcohol did you put in this drink? My head's already spinning.
I call it the Joe Collins specialty. Pretty great, isn't it? I don't know if you were thinking about it or heard from someone else, but I don't know. Hey Brian, are you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just feeling kind of tired. Drank too much, I guess.
Should we go back to the tent?
No, I'm fine. You guys keep talking. I'm just gonna turn in for the night.
All right, I'll join you in a bit then.
Okay, night.
Brian, have you seen Tommy?
What time is it?
About 2. Have you seen Tommy? He didn't come back.
What do you mean? He didn't go back to the party?
I figured he went back to our camp, but he wasn't in his tent. Tommy! Tommy! Brian, do you see this? Tommy! Brian, go get help! Tommy, wake up. This can't be happening. Go get help! Go! Brian, go! Tommy!
After all these years, we finally got a chance at catching this guy.
Yeah. But if we don't catch him...
If we have a 100% closure rate, doubt our ability to do this?
Those were different.
How?
This is personal. We didn't have any connections to those other cases. And now, Brian, we're operating with a personal vendetta, and you know that that's dangerous. If Conroy were to ever find out, he would take us off this case.
He doesn't need to know.
I didn't say he did, but it's only a matter of time until he does. What then?
Won't happen.
Won't happen? Jeez. I wish I had your confidence.
Is that the blood test results?
Yeah. It's his wife's. She looked pretty banged up when I talked to her yesterday. She said she tripped down the stairs.
Damn.
Are you okay? I know that
This was our best lead, and now we have nothing.
Okay. I'm sure something else.
Agent Carter. Where? We're on our way.
Will.
bold. Attacking this guy in his own home.
Struggled, though. Look at this place.
What?
Well, the only crime more horrendous is that tie with that shirt. Either his wife hates him or he has no sense of colors.
And you do?
My wife doesn't hate me.
What have you got?
Well, the wife's at her mother's. According to the neighbor, they've been having problems.
What kind of problems?
Like the kind resulting in needing a doctor.
Look, whatever it is I did to you, I'm sorry.
Sorry for what?
I don't know. Obviously I did something because you've been avoiding me like the plague.
I haven't been avoiding you. I've been working.
That's never been a problem before. What changed?
Don't worry about it.
Is it the test results?
Not everything has to do with the test results.
What is it then?
It's Tommy, okay?
Tommy? What about Tommy?
I think the guy that murdered Tommy is killing again.
And you're on the case? I'm sorry. I didn't know.
It's fine. It's fine.
Maybe you should take a week off work. This case must be affecting you more than the others. I'm sure Conroy would understand.
I can't.
Why not?
Because the more time I waste, the further ahead this son of a bitch gets.
Well, then if you won't take any time off work, would you at least do one thing for me?
What's that?
Stop drinking. Until you're less stressed, no more alcohol.
I'll do my best.
Brian? What are you doing here so late?
I could ask you the same thing.
Just lost track of time. You know how it is. What about you? You left hours ago.
Just wanted to take one more look through the evidence file. Make sure we didn't miss anything.
Couldn't wait till tomorrow?
Nah. Couldn't sleep, you know how it is.
Fair enough. How do you do it? What keeps you going? What gives you that drive?
Finding the truth. That's all I want.
find that I'm unable to stop until I do.
I get that. Answers are great. But they're a little selfish, aren't they? I mean, deep down, you're really only doing this for you.
All right, enlighten me. What drives you?
Making sure we're right. That we don't right wrongs by putting the wrong guy behind bars. That the real killer is brought to justice. Well, it's late. Don't let me keep you. Drive safe, Brian.
The Anaconda Killer.
Where do they come up with these ridiculous names? Hey, pull up a chair.
Okay. Brian, is this... What did you do?
And nobody's gonna miss it, alright?
Still though, what if Conroy knew we had to say
It's fine, alright? Just... Look.
None of this is new. Everyone knew that Mr. Andrews was a suspect.
Yeah, but they never proved it.
Yeah, well, seeing as he's been dead for 9 years, I doubt that he's behind the killings.
Yeah, well, I didn't say he was. Just keep reading.
This can't be right. He had sex that night? We were with him all night, though. Unless...
It happened right before he was killed. Somebody was with him when he died, and there weren't many girls there that night.
I don't remember who was there.
No, you were probably too focused on Darcy.
Oh, please, like you remember everyone who was there.
Oh, no, I don't remember everyone who was there, but... Darcy might.
I don't know, Brian.
Come on. Joe. For Tom.
All right. I'll talk to her.
Thanks.
Hey, where are you going?
There's something I gotta do.
What's what are you doing?
Oh, happy anniversary.
Oh, you remember?
Well, yeah, I might have the memory of a goldfish, but I wouldn't forget our anniversary. But I did forget to turn on the burner for the wonderful array of vegetables you see there, and for the... I forgot to take out the chicken, so if you're hungry, I think we're going to have to go out to eat tonight.
Yeah, going out.
All right, good.
When did you start cooking?
Like, what time is it now? Maybe an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, that sounds about
I
right.
made no progress here because apparently you cannot cook vegetables without some sort of heat source, and
this was for?
And apparently chicken, it's too much heat source. This was my first attempt at the chicken. I filled this up to the brim. I actually had this boil. This one. I did have the burner on here because it boiled over. So after the first half an hour, I had to clean the stove top
Going out
because
is good. You write a mean checkbook. Okay.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'll get. Can I help?
Hi, Brian.
Dad?
Yeah, I know it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll be back in just a minute.
Well, you gonna invite me in or what?
What are you doing here?
To see you.
Why?
Isn't needing to see my son enough of a reason?
Oh, it would be if you were the type of person who did something like that.
People can change, Brian.
Is that what you've come here to tell me, that you've changed? That you're not the dad that I grew up with?
I just came to see you, Brian. You aren't returning my calls. I'm getting worried about you.
What are you worried about, man?
Yeah. Don't you think I read the news? The anaconda killer? Strangled to death, pin stabbed in the chest. Come on. You think it's the same guy, don't you?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the details of the investigation.
What about the drinking, Brian?
Drinking?
Your hand, it's shaking. Ever since I got here, you've wanted nothing more than to have a drink. Your first response to stress is to drink, then you've got a problem.
Well, you'd certainly know something about that, wouldn't you?
It does take one to know one, Brian. Don't be like me.
I am nothing like you. I actually care about my family.
I cared about you. I cared about you and your mom.
Don't you dare talk about her. You don't have the right.
But that's not fair.
You want to talk about fair. Is it fair that a young child should have to hide in a closet with pillows over his ears so that he doesn't hear his mother from across the hall calling out for help? Is it fair that that child should have to find his mother hanging from the ceiling? Is that fair? Is it?
I know. I know.
What do you know?
I know what I did, and it still haunts me. Your mother... Neither of you deserved any of it. All I'm asking for is a chance to make it right. Please. Please.
You can't.
Hello? Hey, it's Joe. I talked with Darcy. I think I have a lead.
Hello. Hello, Agent Brian Carter. This is Agent Joe Collins.
Are you Elizabeth Henderson?
Yes, I am. Did I do something wrong?
No, not at all. We just have some questions about a case that we're working on. We're hoping you can help us out.
Case? What kind of case?
I'm afraid that's classified information.
Elizabeth, on June 9th, 1958, were you or were you not at the Eastman High graduation party?
I was.
I don't know if you know who we are. We went to school together at Eastman.
Yeah, that's right. You played in the band at the school dance, right?
Yep. Yeah, we were pretty cool back then. The principal almost had to shut that dance down because there were too many people that came. It was a fire hazard. Mr. Andrews freaked out even more when he found out that we had fireworks actually planned for the finale.
Elizabeth,
It was going to
did
be.
you ever date Tommy Weston?
No. No, I didn't.
And so the two of you never hooked up or anything?
No.
Tommy was a good friend of ours back then.
He played the guitar.
Yeah, he did. The night he was found dead, it turns out he had hooked up with somebody on the campground not long before he was killed. The only girls there that night were you and Darcy. So, any information you can give us would be extremely helpful, even if it's just minor details about that night. And any information you do give us will be strictly confidential.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's okay. So just take your time. There's no rush.
Well, my friend bailed on me at the party, so I decided to head home by myself. And I was on my way to my car when I ran into Tommy, and he was really drunk.
So you did talk to Tommy that night?
He told me I was the prettiest girl in school. And then his talk got a bit dirtier. And I told him to stop, but then he started to just...
Started to what?
You know, Brian, we should be on our way now. Thank you for your time, Mr. Henderson.
Hold on a second. You're not suggesting that Tommy forced himself on you, are you? No, you're confused. That couldn't have been Tommy. He wouldn't do something like that.
I don't know, Brian. Tommy did hook up with a lot of girls back in high school.
And after he was done, I just ran away. I remember hearing shouting, but I didn't go back to see what happened. And then the next day I heard that Tommy was dead.
Thank you so much for your time, Miss Henderson.
No. Hold on a second, all right? Tommy was a good guy, all right? He might have hooked up with a lot of girls in high school, but he didn't force himself on any of them. You're confused.
Brian!
You don't forget that type of thing.
You know, I don't buy it, all right? Now, what happened between you and Tommy? I want the truth this time.
Brian.
That was the truth.
Bullshit. Brian. All right, if you want to make up some ridiculous story to get sympathy from this situation, then go ahead. But don't dishonor our friend's name with a disgusting lie.
All right, Brian, that's enough. Hey, look, I don't like it either, but what if she's telling the truth? Maybe there's a chance we underestimated what Tommy was capable of. You know, he was drunk, and mistakes happen.
You're saying rape's a mistake. Only a monster would do that. You call him Tommy a monster?
Of course not, but what if
I can't believe you right now. I'm telling you, Joe, she's lying.
Do you just not get people? Did you not see the pain in her eyes?
She's hiding something.
I don't disagree with that. And we didn't exactly learn a whole lot. And that's why I didn't want to push her any more than we already did.
Waste of time.
I wouldn't say that. Do you think the killer witnessed it?
What do you mean if it happened?
Yeah, sure. If it happened, do you think the killer witnessed it?
I don't know, maybe. What does it even matter?
That could be motive.
Motive? It's a serial killer. What kind of motivation?
Maybe this was.
Okay, so let's say it was, and that helps us how?
I don't know. There's something that was so...
It's gone.
What?
The file. Someone took it.
Who, Conroy?
I don't know.
If he did, we're dead. I think we're good.
Somebody took the file.
Maybe no one did. Are you sure you didn't misplace it? Maybe you took it home with you.
Yeah, maybe.
That we should get back to work here before we start looking suspicious.
Hello? What does this have to do with my case? Why exactly do you need me to investigate? Okay, fair enough. What's the address? Alright. Wait. What's the name of the victim?
What is it?
They're saying it was a suicide. You don't think?
I don't know. Joe, look at this. Look at these markings.
Cut marks?
They don't look like marks from a rough edge. They look like deep rub marks.
What are you thinking?
Got a strange feeling about the whole thing. Joe.
Excuse me. I'm in the middle of something here.
Sir, there's been another murder in the Anaconda case.
I don't get it. I haven't seen anything come across.
That's because it was misidentified as a suicide. Elizabeth Henderson was found this morning hanging in her garage.
Yeah, it looked like a classic suicide at first, and then we took a closer look, and the noose was actually a men's necktie. Now, one of the bodies previously had a necktie missing from it.
And what Brian's saying is that the Anaconda killer is taking items from a victim and placing them on the next victim.
Yeah, sort of like a memento.
It can't be a coincidence that the Anaconda killer murders one of our first leads the next day after we speak to her. We should definitely be out there because he's going to strike again. I'm telling you, sir, this was... No,
now
sir,
listen, hold on, both of you. I wonder if you have any idea who I just finished a phone conversation with. Melanie Davis.
Mayor? Melanie Davis?
No, veterinarian Melanie Davis. You two really screwed this one up. You know who Melanie Davis is?
Well, I'm pretty sure we just established that she's the mayor.
Now shut up. I don't need any more of your smart-ass comments today, Collins. Melanie Davis is the elder sister of Elizabeth Henderson. So the mayor, completely, understandably distraught, but also furious. She tells how her sister called her yesterday in tears and reported on your visit, where she claimed to have shared some deeply personal information with you. And what you do with it? You chastised her. You called her a liar. Today, dead by suicide. Now, put yourself in my shoes. What would you do here?
I'm sorry, sir. How we reacted was anything but professional, but you have to listen to us, okay? This was not a suicide. I mean, this was definitely a murder. I mean, it's all the tie. I mean, the tie on there
Okay,
is
well, we're too far into the deep end. Don't you see? Yeah. Okay, so you go interrogate this woman without bringing it up to me, eh? Now, I'm not saying you're wrong in your theories. Connections, okay. But we got to give this family a chance to grieve Elizabeth before we start digging around again, okay? When the mayor has cooled down, we'll reinitiate the investigation.
Sir, this is too big of a lead, all right? Now, the tie is just going to be the first moment.
I don't want to hear about the ties. You drop that, hey? Now listen. Leave my office, both of you. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about this situation that you brought about.
Found another body.
already?
Jeff Samuels. Last seen having drinks with friends. Blunt force trauma to the back of the head and shows signs of strangulation.
Yeah, Gwen over there found the body as she was coming into work. Recognized him from the strip club last night. Apparently he's a regular. Shows up every weekend and usually gets thrown out for being a little too frisky.
And he got thrown out last night?
Yeah. For a while she thought he was following her. Not anymore, I guess.
Hey, Joe. Take a look at this. What does that look like to you?
A piercing gone wrong?
It's the other earring.
And what are the earring?
Elizabeth's. When we found the body, she was missing an earring. And she was strung up by a necktie. Now, that necktie belonged to Williams. And Williams was wearing Hamilton's necktie, hence the mismatch. And Hamilton was wearing Killian's watch. It's 2 in one night. Let's get this back. Olson, take care of things around here, all right? Agent Carter. What? You sure? I'll be right there. Where was the body?
Up here, about a mile past that camera back there.
At some point, every killer slips up. Huh?
So the honeycam was a bit back when he actually triggered it. At least it's a lead.
It's pretty ugly. Been there a while. We tried to cover it to avoid contamination, but somebody shot him in the leg and said it'd been there a while.
Are there any strangulation marks?
Yeah, and this pin.
So someone shot him, then strangled him, and afterwards tried to cover the body. Why is this one so different than all the others?
I agree. There's something not right about this.
Brian, where are you going?
The Bureau. We finally got solid leads on this guy.
This photo is the best we could get from the hunter's camera.
I want a wanted poster made from that photo as soon as possible.
Hey, wait a minute.
What is it?
You know, I think I recognize this guy. He used to mow my neighbor's lawn. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You know, I used to see him a lot in the summer.
Hey, it's a lead. Call your neighbor, get his name, see if maybe they know where he lives.
I'm on it, sir.
If we can get an address, we can get him where he lives.
I will need a warrant, though.
There'll be a warrant. I'll see to it myself.
This is it. You got him.
They found a match to the gun in the house, along with some cocaine and some other things. Wait, what are you doing?
I'm going in.
No. I should talk with them first. We definitely need some more evidence, and we need some more details.
Evidence? He had the gun that shot the guy in the leg. It's him.
But, Brian...
Why'd you kill Thomas Weston?
What are you talking about?
25 years ago, you killed Thomas Weston. Why?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play games with me, you bastard. Did you know him, or did you just kill for sport?
I want a lawyer.
You're not going to get a lawyer.
I know my rights.
And you lost your rights when you killed Tommy. Now you're going to play by my rules, you understand? Now answer the damn question. Why'd you kill Thomas Weston?
It's getting pretty heated in there. I'm getting calm.
No, don't. Don't. If it gets any worse,
Crime scene.
I'll step in.
Crime scene. And we've got a photo of you. Do you deny it? That same pin was found on 5 other bodies. You know how many bodies it takes to be classified as a serial killer?
I am not a serial killer.
Well, yeah, you are, actually. Do you know what the typical sentence for a serial killer is? A life sentence. Or the death penalty.
No, this is just a misunderstanding.
Oh, misunderstanding. See, I see it all as clear as day.
I only killed Max! I swear.
Oh, bullshit! You think I'm buying this?
I copied the Anaconda Killer.
What do you mean, copied?
I read in the paper about the pin, and I thought if I left the pin on Max, maybe it would lead you guys away from me. I figured I'd frame the one murder so no one would suspect me.
Tell the truth, or so help me God, I'll kill you myself.
I am!
What are you doing, Brian?
I just wanted the drugs, okay? And Max was the only dealer in town I needed a fix. Tell the truth! Tell the truth about that! Brian, that's enough! Brian, that's enough! Keep going! Come on, Brian, that's enough!
We finally got him, Joe. After all these years, we finally got the guy.
Getty Conroy!
You stepped way out of line.
How can you say that after all this guy did?
That doesn't justify breaking protocol.
Oh, protocol? He killed 7 people, Joe. 7!
We don't even know if it's him.
He had the pin. What do you mean?
Haven't you ever heard of copycat killers? This guy is 27. 27! Tommy died 25 years ago. Do you really think that this guy was a serial killer when he was 2 years old?
The pin.
It's just a fucking pin, Brian! Your logic has gone out the window because you're so hell-bent on finding this guy. You're not even making any sense anymore. Just because this is the first guy we got does not mean it's our guy.
Am I the only one who's still doing this for Tommy? You're just concerned about looking good. You're just trying to be Conroy's pet.
Send them in.
Conroy wants to see.
I heard.
You know, you brought this on yourself, Brian.
Sit down. Now, I'm only going to ask you this once. What the hell were you thinking?
Sir, with all due respect.
Oh, that's the wrong answer. The right answer is you weren't thinking. You are a professional, goddammit. You don't just go around harassing suspects. They got rights.
Sir, but he did.
I don't give a shit what he did. The law gives everybody rights. Junkies, arsons, thieves, murderers, all included. You used to know that. What the hell happened?
Sir, my gut told me that it was him. And he did kill the victim. Now, I'll admit that I was wrong when it comes
Yeah, you were more than wrong.
Sir, I just want to catch the killer. I just want to get justice. For Killian. Hamilton. Williams.
Tommy.
Tommy?
Yeah, that was the first victim's name. But you already know that, don't you? I found this in my mail yesterday morning with a note attached. Said, Brian's secret. So, I guess it wasn't Collins that took the pen from the crime scene, eh? So, you got anything to say for yourself? Withholding evidence, harassing a woman, assaulting a suspect, operating on your own personal vendetta. That's not the way a leader acts. Hell, that's not the way an agent acts.
No, sir, but listen, I can catch the killer, and I will catch the killer. I just need...
Not while you're functioning with no control over yourself. An agent thinks clearly and acts only when observed to. And I am absolutely convinced that you are currently incapable of performing that way.
And what do you know? When was the last time you actually solved a case? All you do is sit behind your big desk and take all the credit for people who actually get shit done.
That's it. You are suspended indefinitely. Now give me your badge. Now. Get your ass out of here.
So what happened? Oh no, he didn't fire, did he?
Suspended. Definitely.
Oh man, Brian, I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
Hey, look, maybe this would be good for you, you know? We could take some time away for yourself.
I don't need time. You need to see Tommy's killer behind bars.
I know, but you can't. Not like this. Let me help.
No. The name is Chris Andrews. What do you mean there's no record of him? Are you saying he doesn't exist? How could that be? New name, huh? If I knew that, I wouldn't be calling asking about a Chris Andrews, now would I? No. Look, I'm sorry. Look, I'm just wondering if you could... Hello? Washburn Elementary. Yeah, I'm looking for school records on a Chris Andrews. Was he a student there? No? Alright, thank you for your time. Hi, Westman Elementary? Hi, is this Friedman Elementary? I'm looking for records on a Chris Andrews. He would have attended your school in 1958. He did. Do you have any records on where he went next? Do you know if and where he went to college? Don't. No. Thanks for your time.
Oh, come on in. Oh, it's so good to see you both. It's been a while. Oh, so nice of you to invite us over. No problem at all.
Where's Joe?
Oh, he's at work. Last he called, he said he was on his way, so he should be home soon. We can just get started while we wait. Yes.
You made the potatoes.
Your favorite. You raved about them when you were here last time. I thought I'd whip them up.
I'm gonna help you make them one day and then just accidentally learn that ingredient.
Well, if you come over with some wine one night, maybe I'll teach you how to make my mashed potatoes.
You tell me which kind, I will bring it. We'll be there.
Cabernet?
Cabernet it is. Done. All right.
It's a deal.
Next week? You know, how about we just leave the guys in here tonight and we'll go make some extra mashed potatoes?
You could do that
I
too.
like it. Let's just go for that one.
That's a great idea.
Sometimes.
Hello. Michelle. It's good to see you.
How have you been?
Not too shabby. Hey, honey. A little sleep deprived, like usual, but hey, nothing a little coffee can't fix.
I don't know how he does it. He's up until the crack of dawn working on the case and then is at the office until the sun goes down. I hardly see him.
Same with him. Most nights he falls asleep on his paperwork.
Oh. Did you get another job?
Another job? You mean another case?
You didn't tell her?
Tell me what? Brian, what's he talking about?
I'm going to go cut up the pies.
What do you think Conroy meant when he suspended you? Work from home instead?
Brian. Did Conroy really suspend you? Brian, you told me you were working from home.
I'll let you explain it to her.
Come on, Michelle, we're going.
Joe, what happened? Did he get fired?
Nope. Not yet, at least.
All right, I have apple and cherry. Who wants what?
Sorry, we gotta go. Thanks for dinner. Come on, Michelle. Okay.
I'll have cherry.
Brian James Carter. What is wrong with you? They had us over for a nice dinner, and that's how you decide to act?
I wasn't just gonna sit there while
Well, Joe what? Told me you've been working after being told not to? Exactly how long did you think it was going to take for me to find out you've been lying to me?
I didn't think it mattered.
Excuse me, but please tell me you're joking. I've been wanting you off that case for months. I needed you. But I kept telling myself everyone at the Bureau was counting on you, that you'd catch the guy soon, everything would go back to normal. And I find out that this entire time you were supposed to be taking a break.
Sorry. Should have told you.
Oh, you think? Exactly how long ago did Conroy tell you to take a break?
Doesn't matter.
How long?
I'm downstairs.
How long?
A month.
You're lucky I don't go tell Conroy myself.
Sorry, Michelle.
If I find out you're working again after all this without Conroy's okay, I'll call Joe.
Won't happen again. This is it. New York. Oh my God.
Chris Andrews. How do you know that name?
I tracked you down. You changed your name to continue your family legacy. Under a new identity.
What do you...
It's over.
Will? Brian?
Of course. You're Chris Andrews. The killings in New York, you transferring here?
No. Brian, this is a mistake.
That's how you've been able to stay ahead of us this entire time. You're carrying on your father's legacy.
You've got this wrong, Brian. This is a mistake.
The only mistake I made was not noticing sooner. Your father killed my friend. And you.
My father was innocent! Innocent. Listen to me. We've been played. My father was a great man whose life was ruined by false accusations. I didn't come here to continue his legacy. I came here to fix it.
Oh, it has to be you. Why else would you be here?
Same reason as you. To catch the killer who's been playing us this whole time.
Well, you're lying.
Brian, I know we've had our differences. But we are on the same side. Don't do this.
Basically gift wrap for us. They're hard to believe. Will. One of us. That explains how he was always one step ahead of us. What were you thinking? I guess it doesn't matter now. It's over. Finally.
Wasn't him.
What?
It wasn't him.
Oh, okay. Okay, I can see the shock is starting to set in with you. Let's get you home.
I'm not in shock. It wasn't him. I saw the look in his eyes. He didn't do it.
Brian, listen, it's over now. It all fits. The motive, the timing, everything. The Anaconda Killer is gone now.
It's a setup. Will and I. We're the same. We can't stop now.
Alright, listen. I know you've had a rough night. How about you get some rest? And we'll talk about it tomorrow, okay? I'll be back.
Well, aren't you just the crazy son of a bitch? Well done. Conroy'd be proud.
Right. Maybe he'll lift my suspension while he's at it.
Conroy's retired. Not like you have to worry about him anymore.
Retired when?
Almost a month ago. Joe didn't tell you?
Who's the new director? Hey, what? Something you want to tell me? Conroy retired. Funny how you never mentioned that to me.
Brian, it's...
And that you're the new director? Tell me how'd that even happen?
Well, apparently Conroy put a good word in for me. Lord knows why.
He put your name forth. He hated you.
I know, I'm just as surprised as you
You're
are.
unbelievable.
Oh, I'm So I'm unbelievable.
You wanted this to happen, didn't you?
No, I never even was trying to make
I thought you were my friend, and now you're stabbing me in the back?
How on earth did I stab you in the back?
You know, for almost a month now, the only thing preventing me from being on this case is you.
Oh.
Not Conroy, you. And now you're closing a case that we've been working on for 20 years now. It's not him. Can't you see that?
You weren't ready to come back. Seriously, Brian, you need to take some time for yourself.
What were you concerned that people would see that I'm superior to you and give me the job instead?
Oh, that's not the reason, and you know it.
Yeah, enlighten me.
All right, you know what, Brian? You become a liability. There, I said it.
It's a liability.
Yes, a liability. You have taken this case far too personal. Look at you, it's completely taken you over. I don't even recognize you anymore. Even with the killer gone, you're still obsessed.
You know, I thought you were my friend.
I am your friend. That's why you can't come back. Brian, you need to take time for yourself. Your mind.
I need to solve this case and get justice for Tommy.
Tommy's dead, Brian. He's gone. Nothing you or I will do is gonna change that. You gotta let it go.
Listen to me. We've been played.
New York, huh? You know, it's been about a year since they've been in the Big Apple.
What if she's telling the truth? Maybe there's a chance we underestimated what Tommy was capable of.
Do you think the killer witnessed it?
Oh, maybe. What does it even matter?
That could be motive.
Jesus, Joe, how much alcohol did he put in this drink? My head's already spinning.
Please, Brian. In time, you can have your job back. I promise.
Have a good night, Director.
Where are you off to?
I figured it out.
You figured out who's behind the murders?
I have.
You said you were done
I'm
investigating.
not working. I just happened to piece it together.
Well, who is it then?
It's confidential.
What harm would it do?
Look, I can't tell you. It puts you in harm's way.
Don't give me that excuse. How would that put me in harm's way? Unless we know the person.
Just stay here, all right? Don't pick up the phone. Don't answer the door for anybody until I get back.
Brian, if we know the person that did these murders, I want to know about it. I'd rather know and be in danger than be in the dark in case this person comes for us. Brian, tell me who did it. You're scaring me.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
Look, you don't understand.
Yes, I do. You don't care anymore about how I feel or what I want. All you care about is locking this guy out. There is no good reason why you can't tell me.
It's Joe.
Joe. You mean Joe Collins from the Bureau? You can't be serious.
I wish I wasn't.
How do you know?
I just do.
You just do.
Yes.
What evidence do you have?
He was present every time a murder took place.
What else?
It all connects. He's been there since these murders started. All right, and of course he's been able to get away with it for all these years because nobody's going to think it was him. Sometimes the answer is right in front of your face, but it's so close you can't see it.
He's your friend. Joe and Darcy had us over for dinner just earlier tonight, and now you're accusing him of murder. Do you hear yourself?
I can't deny the evidence. It all points to him.
He's been your partner for years. You've known him longer than you've known me, and you're going to accuse him just like that?
He has to pay for what he's done.
You're insane.
Insane? I'm just doing my job.
Oh, your job? The job that you were suspended from a month ago? Brian, what has happened to you? The man I married would never think to accuse a friend. The man I married would never treat me like I came second to a case or stayed up until the crack of dawn drinking.
You don't understand.
Stop it! Stop it! Yes, I do! This case has turned you into somebody that I don't even recognize anymore. And it's time I learned to accept that.
What are you saying?
I'm saying this is over.
What's over?
Drop this case, or I'm filing for divorce.
Michelle, you can't make me make a decision like that.
Well, I am. It's me or this case.
So you want me to just let the guy who killed Tommy, who killed an innocent woman, who killed all those people, you're asking me to just let him walk away? You can't do that. I won't do that.
I'll go pack my things then.
So what? You're divorcing me because I'm trying to do the right thing? Because I'm trying to save people's lives? Can you even hear yourself?
You know, for as much as you hate him, you've become your father. So I'm gonna stay at a hotel tonight until... Then I'm gonna stay with Mom until we can sort all of this out.
How could he not know?
I know, it's hard to process. I mean, some in my field don't even believe it's real, but he has all the signs of having multiple personalities.
Has he always had multiple?
It's hard to tell when exactly. After so much trauma, his mind found a way to cope. There's nothing you could have done.
So anyone that reminded him of his dad and what he did
Caused him to act. This other identity felt the need to punish those who reminded him of Brian's dad as a way of protecting him.
Is there anything we can do?
What is the truth worth to you? What are you willing to sacrifice for the truth? Your health? Your marriage? The truth comes at a high cost. It could even cost you your life. The cost depends on how close you're willing to look. It wasn't until now that I learned the most important lesson. Sometimes the truth is right in front of you. The thing is, you just can't always see it.